What's up, y'all? We back at it. We got the spoilers for Kagurabachi, chapter 104. This is going to be insane just based off these spoilers. I need the translations now. I don't care if it's fan translations, Google translations. I need to know what's being said in this chapter because this shit look crazy, man. Now, we about to get into these spoilers again. I won't have any images on the page due to, YouTube, you know how they act about spoilers. But make sure you take the time out to read the official chapter when it drops to show your love and respect for the series. Now, we got to get into these spoilers, man, because this shit looks insane. I don't even know what's really going on. I'm going to try to piece it together the best I can, yo. But, hey, look, let's get it. So it looks as if these spoilers start off where we get a flashback of Yura. Yes, we see his flashback. Now, it seems as if he's engaged or married, one of the two. You know, he's preparing the dinner and he has a woman making some food for him. I imagine something bad must happen to her. But as they're sitting there, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, this flashback, you have it where some words are said over the radio. And I imagine it's probably something very important. But then it jumps back to present day and you have the sword master. Yes, Soga. It seems as if he's prying into the memories of Yura with due to his enchanted blade. That's what I'm gathering. I could be completely wrong, but that's what it's looked like to me. And it seems as if he's seeing Yura in his younger days. But then it jumps back to the battle between Chihiro and your boy Yura. And man, they're both engulfed in flames. And we know that the flames are pretty much erasing the essence of the enchanted blade from Yura's body. And you see that he's in pain. You got all this like other back and forth between present day and past. You see how the land was being covered by the flowers of the enchanted of the sword master, and then it actually jumps back to Hakuri's father as well. You know, when he was wielding the enchanted blade, and I wonder what's actually being said there. But it seems as if Yura himself is just having a flashback as he's facing off against Chihiro. You even see a part where it looks as if Yura walks outside and you got four men who unalive themselves with a rope. I'm going to just say it like that because I know YouTube is very sensitive with certain words. And then it jumps back to present day and you got Chihiro screaming as, he's trying to finish off Yura with this ability, with this Phoenix ability. Now, I wonder if it's still a samurai using it or if it's both of them using it together, like double Phoenix on Yura. That would be dope as hell if that is the case. But you got it where they're both doing that, using their abilities to actually try to rid Yura of the power of the enchanted blade. And you see it where his eyes are kind of like somewhat going from the dark purple look it had. I'm imagining it's dark purple. We don't actually know the color, but the dark look to actually being brought back to light, like white eyes. But anyway, you got it where he's being engulfed in the flames. He's constantly thinking about the past. You got it where he's screaming out in agony. Now, I don't know what he's screaming. Maybe he's asking for help from the sword master. And you have it where Chihiro himself hears whatever he screamed, and it kind of hit him. It struck him a certain way. Next thing you know, they show the sword master. He's underground and he's just looking up. Now, what this means, I'm not sure. Maybe Chihiro found out that it's his uncle. Maybe that's the case. We're not 100% sure. But then you got it where, Yura goes to do the centipede attack. You see it formed around both him and Chihiro. So it seems as if he's planning on attacking himself as well. Now, when this happens, you see that the impact send them both flying into a building. And you got it where Chihiro seems to be okay, but Yura, he seems to be really damaged. He started having plants and stuff growing out of him. It looks like he's being overwhelmed by the sword itself due to everything that the Phoenix ability was, making happen. So you got it where all these plants are starting to grow. Chihiro is starting to think about Hakuri's father, and you see that he's about to use the Phoenix ability once more on Yura. They go to clash again, and you got this amazing panel where it almost looked like Chihiro got him in the face, but I'm imagining that stab came to the shoulder, and it looks crazy. It looks crazy. But you got it where Chihiro is pretty much slicing and dicing the man up to the point where he actually manages to drop his enchanted blade. Yes, Yura no longer has the enchanted blade in his hand. And then it looks as if Chihiro is about to run towards the blade, but then you see like a bunch of smoke and fire coming from Yura. Now, I don't know if that's due to Chihiro or if that's something else at work. We don't really know without the translations. And then you see the enchanted blade that Yura had. It seems like flames are still around that blade as well. Yura is screaming out loud, and it seems as if he's being engulfed by the flames. And it almost looked like Chihiro is beginning to pity him. That's what it looks like. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. And as he's being engulfed in flames, they show the enchanted, the sword master Soga. They show him, and he says a word. You know, he says a few words, and I'm not exactly sure what he's saying, but as he says those words, you got it where he starts doing like the Goku like stretch stance, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is about to happen? And then they go back to Yura being engulfed in flames, and it seems as if he's sad because he wasn't able to realize his dream. And then they show the sword master once again, Soga, and he's laying on the ground. Why he laying down? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he gave up on trying to be free. Maybe he see Yura as failing. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. That's why I need those translations. I need to see what's going on. But as he's laying there, you have it where the next panel jumps to his enchanted blade. Chihiro has this shocked look on his face, and then we see it. We see something crazy happen. More branches and trees start to grow around the enchanted blade, and then you see like flowers coming from Yura's body. Now, I don't know if this is the end of Yura, but it damn sure looks like it's the end of Yura. I don't know, man. Something's about to happen. But as the flowers sprout from his body, you see the enchanted blade of Soga come from his sheath. Like the plants itself seem to be lifting it from the sheath. I mean, no one else is there. Unless, hold on, let me look and see if maybe I see a hand. I don't see no hand or nothing. It seems as if the plants themselves are taking the sword from his sheath. And if that's the case, Chihiro, as well as Samura and Shiba, might be in some real damn trouble. Ayo, I gotta get the translations. Hey, look, as soon as we get the translations, I want to wait for the official, but this chapter is so fire that I can't wait for the official. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is insane. Like, who pulled the sword out the sheath? Oh man, hold on. What if it's a whole nother person? Hey, yo, matter of fact, here's a theory for you guys. Here's a theory. And let me know what y'all think about this. What if the young guy who's part of Yura group is actually Yura, and Yura is able to make an older version of himself or a younger version of himself, and then he comes and says like, yeah, that body was served its purpose, and now I'm here. And then he is him that's pulling the enchanted blade out his sheath. And that's just a thought I put out there, but that would be crazy. You know what? I'm going to save that for the review video as well. But let me know your thoughts on these spoilers down below. And if you like the video, thumb it up. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, yo. Peace. This shit crazy. This shit crazy.